What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rican in the Philippines, because I am a Puerto Rican living in the Philippines. If you're new to my channel, thank you and welcome. Be sure to like and subscribe so we could push these videos out to the masses and we could put this on the algorithm and reach more people out there for this informational video. So let's get into it. So why I moved from the United States to the Philippines? That's a good question. I never thought that I would see myself out here in another country, especially particularly in Southeast Asia, but there was a plethora of things. One of the main reasons why I moved out here to Southeast Asia was pretty much the sustainability that I get out here that I didn't get in the United States. Well, being a disabled veteran living on a pension and also a retiree, my money could only go so far in the United States. And I know a lot of people are feeling the same thing. You know, they feel like they're working and they're saving. You know, people are struggling in the United States. The economy is not what it used to be. I know a lot of you could attest to that. The cost of living is sky high. I mean, I was paying, starting off $864 a month for my tiny one-bedroom apartment that I had back in Texas. And this was during COVID, like in the cusp of COVID, around March 2020 when I moved in there, paying $864. Then with hyperinflation and the government giving away free stimulus and everything like that, people was, you know, taking advantage of that. And I could get into that in another video, but I don't want to. That's not the point of this video. Yeah, everything was going to hell in a handbasket. My rent went from $864 to $1092, and then before I moved out of here, my rent went up to almost $1,200. While I had a 3-bedroom house prior to me living in my apartment, because I got divorced. I was married, but then I got divorced, and you know, my ex-wife got the house and everything like that, and my rent a month for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house was not even $1,100. It was like 10 and some 1,087 or something like that. It was something low. And then, you know, being a disabled veteran, 100% service connected, I didn't have to pay property tax, so that was a good thing. So yeah, that was that. Food went through the roof, food prices, so nobody could afford to, you know, get their basic needs. But yeah, it's funny because, you know, people are struggling to, you know, buy groceries. But then when I was working side hustling for DoorDash and Grubhub, I would deliver fast food to regular people all the time. And I'm over here thinking like, something's got to be going on, that you're complaining about grocery prices, yet you have money to buy Uber Eats and DoorDash and Grubhub every day. And I see the area that you live in, I deliver to your house, and it looks like you're renting. It looks like pretty much low-income housing. So I'm like, okay, something's going on with that. But anyway, I'm just going off on a tangent there. So pretty much the sustainability of the living is what got me attracted to moving out here. When I mention sustainability, I'm not saying that you're gonna be living like a king or anything like that, because there's a lot of travel videos and a lot of SPAC that I've seen on YouTube talking about, oh, you could live like a king with less than $1,000 here in the Philippines or Thailand. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell you that that's not the case. That's not the case at all. You're not living like a king. Getting by, you're sustaining, but it costs more than $1,000 to live comfortably and decent here in the Philippines. And I get multiple pensions, so I get way above $1,000. And you know, half of that goes to my rent, utility, and all my other basic needs. As you can see right here, I'm going to be doing the video on giving you a full tour of my high-rise condo that I'm living in right now. And yes, I do pay cheap rent because of the cost of living here in the Philippines. I got a 2-bedroom luxury high-rise condo unit, and I'm paying $600 and it has all the amenities that we will have back in the United States. More or less, some things that it doesn't, because this is the Philippines. It's still a third world country, even though it's a developing country, but it's still third. It's still known as third world. Um, so that's that. So yeah, I get more bang for my buck. $600, you're not gonna get. You're just gonna get a corner room in somebody's basement. You know. So that's that. I don't know if things is ever gonna get right in the United States. I mean, I'm personally not gonna be going back there. I'm establishing roots here. I already got married back in December 3rd to my wonderful, beautiful Filipino wife. You know, she's everything that I could ever ask for. And, you know, coming from two failed marriages, I realized that the way the dating market dynamic is now in the United States, it's not the best time to date for anybody. I mean, it's the dating market just went down the drain, and I could go more into details on that on another video, but that's not the point of this video. So I was blessed and fortunate to have found her the way I did, and again, she's everything I ever want for. So you want traditional Filipino woman, you want a traditional wife that will love you, that will cater to you, that will respect you, that will bring you peace. You know, you might as well just try your chances in Southeast Asia. But I'll get more into that in a later video. So like I was saying, sustainability is a good thing. Sustainability is a good thing, like I was saying. But for those that's wanting to come out here and make Philippines or anywhere in Southeast Asia their home, really do your homework, all right? Make sure that you have a nice little nest egg. Yeah, you could. Your money does go a long way here in the Philippines. You know, because the power of the American dollar still holds water here. So yeah, you will have a comfortable life here, but don't think you're gonna be living like a king, like a lot of these other videos claim to say. Yeah, you know, you will have fun here. You know, there's over 7,000 islands to visit in the Philippines. Half of those, I think a third of those are uninhabited, but you can still visit them. They got private beaches, some have private resorts. All throughout my stay here, I'm going to be traveling to as many islands in the Philippines as possible, and I'm going to be documenting my travels there, so keep a lookout for that. That's going to come really soon. Yeah, like I said, do your research. It's not as glamorous as everybody says it is. They only show you the good parts of the Philippines. They show you the fun part, and yeah, there is a lot of that, but the country as a whole is still a third world country. There's a lot of poverty here, a lot of corrupt people in office. The problem with the Philippines, though, when it comes to government office and politics, they, just like in the United States, they pick according to who's popular, who they feel comfortable with, instead of who is qualified to do the job. That's a big problem here. The other reason why I moved to the Philippines from the United States is the social dynamic, the people. As you know, in the United States, especially if you're an 80s baby like I am, I'm 44 years old, so I was born in 1980. Society was very different. The social dynamic was better. It wasn't the greatest, but it sure was a hell of a lot better than what we have now. We was able to talk to our neighbors. We was able to exchange pleasantries. I mean, kids was playing outside, you know, all wee hours of the day. And, you know, you grew up like I grew up. You don't come inside till the street lights come on. So I was always outside. This was before cell phones and social media was ever a thing. Hell, even computer was a thing. Well, wasn't a thing back then. But the people here, the way I would see the Philippines is like taking a time travel back in the 1970s and 1980s America, as far as social dynamic is concerned. The people here are very friendly, very hospitable. They treat each other with kindness, decency, for the most part. Kindness, decency, respect is a big thing. People here are very courteous. They're willing to spark up conversations with you. Not all of them. This is just speaking in general. They're able to engage in conversations. There's not a lot of racial or social tension like there is in the United States, which was a big thing for me. You don't have people fighting over political differences or who voted which way, or special interests. They're not fighting and bickering about differences that people have, as far as the LG people, the Skittles people. There's a lot of that here, but it's not in your face. They don't promote it. They don't glorify it. They just let you be. They live their lives. They let us live our lives, and that's it. Even though it's a huge, it's blown up a lot from within the past, I would say 5-6 years, maybe a little longer than that. But it's not pushed. That narrative, those type of people, is not pushing our face the way it is in the United States. There's no blue hair, blue nose ring, lefty whack toys in the Philippines either. I gotta watch out with certain words I say because of YouTube. So it sucks that it's that way. It sucks that I had to do that, but I had to watch my words, and it is what it is. Whatever. I don't see a lot of that here. People are fairly decent. They look normal. They're thin. They dress themselves well. They conduct themselves well. Schools, college, and universities, they all wear uniforms, So they all learn from a young age how to respect their elders, how to conduct themselves in a social situation. And I like that. It's a breath of fresh air. It's something that is missing in the United States, and for various reasons. I'm not going to get into the details of why that is, but unfortunately that's the way it is right now in the United States. Will it ever get better over there? I hope so. I really love the United States. It sucks that I had to move away from the United States and had to find peace and refuge in another country that I'm unfamiliar with. But it was drastic measures had to be taken in order for me to keep my sanity and my peace. Now, I'm not saying to go, this is the end all be all, this is the right solution, but this is the right solution for me. The solution could be different from you. I'm just here to inform you, tell you my story, a little backstory while I'm here. And if this resonates with you, if you feel the same way that I do, then you want to make the Philippines or anywhere in Southeast Asia your home, feel free to do so. But my job is to prepare you and to inform you, because some of the things that I'm telling you are the things that I'm going through right now, as far as the process, visa, establishing residence here, obtaining employment, which is none. So I'll get into that one in a later video, employment if you're going to be living here. Because what I noticed here in the Philippines, and particularly in the Philippines, those foreigners, so those SPAC and passport pros that live out here, most of them are retirees. Most of them are military veterans living on a pension. Myself is one of them. So my situation is ironclad and locked in. I have steady income for life. But if you want to come out here, if you're not in that situation, I recommend you to get into some type of remote work that allows you to travel. Get into some type of trade. I don't know your skills or anything like that, but that's for you to decide and for you to do your researching. So remote work is one. If you're working as a contractor overseas, something like that, there's a lot of business owners that live out here. In my apartment, in my high rise, there's a lot of business owners, a lot of self-made entrepreneurs. We have a few CEOs, those are the type of people that I've seen that are from other countries that move here. So that's why it was a good thing. It was the right choice for me to move out here, because I've traveled. I've been in the military, so I'm used to moving around. and traveling. I've been, living in Texas for 23 years. Originally, I'm from New York, so I'm used to traveling around, and this is no different. I just make sure that I gotta keep in touch with my family and friends back home. Keep my sanity because you do get lonely here. If you don't have any roots here, or you don't have your a girlfriend or fiance or wife out here, it does get lonely. The people are friendly, but you know they're still like, okay, you're a foreigner, you're not one of us. We're just exchange pleasantries, but we're not gonna go out our way to make friends with you, unless you make that engagement initially. So that's another thing. Um, keep that line with family and friends open while you're out here, because like I said, it does get lonely here. Me personally, I'm an introvert, um, with extrovert tendencies. Like, I'm an introvert at heart, but I could be an extrovert when I find a certain topic or interest that catches my attention. I could talk for days and hours about that. That's also one of the reasons why I started this YouTube video, not to inform you guys, but to also expand my social skills, because I am naturally an introvert. So this is the most engagement that that I'm doing right now on this platform, and hopefully, I'll be able to gain more subscribers and be able to engage with you guys, so that way I could improve myself socially. So it's also like it's like killing two birds with one stone with this platform. So I'm looking forward to the growth that I will accumulate doing this platform. But I had to be consistent with it. I had to keep putting out videos every day. So another reason why I move out here is for the weather. I mean, it's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. I personally don't mind the heat per se. I mean, right now it's December here, so this is the coolest it's ever been. I'm out here in my patio, and it's 78 degrees with a nice wind blowing by. So normally I'll be out here with my towel wiping my sweat, because I sweat a lot. But it hasn't been that case, so that's why I'm out here doing this video. So it's 78 degrees right now. It might rain later on. I saw the weather, so it's like a 40% chance. But this is a tropical island, so you're bound to get hit with rainfall, periodically. So coming from Texas, like I was saying, it gets over. There's only one climate. Two climates. It either gets really hot or it gets really cold, especially in West Texas, because I lived in the desert. Matter of fact, I lived in El Paso, so that's the part of Texas that I just came from. And if any of my El Paso folks know anything about the weather, it could get anywhere to 110, 115, all the way to 120, but it's dry heat. And it's not the heat that bothers me. Over here, it's the humidity. The humidity is through the roof. So that's something that I will have to get used to after living in Texas for 23 years. I've been out here since October, and I can't walk out without having a towel, on me, because it does get that humid out here. But I'm getting used to it. The weather is fine. It's great. It's very tropical. It's very lush. You get one climate here. You get one season, and that's summertime. It's summertime all year round here. This is considered like winter weather right now. It's in the 70s, which would be like spring or fall weather back in the United States, wherever you're from. I like the scenery. The scenery is what also brought me out here. Again, like I said, 7,000 islands, about 7,000 islands. A third of that uninhabited. Tropical beaches, beautiful waterfalls, nature, scenery. There's also a lot of mountains here, so if you're into hiking or rock climbing, we have that here as well. I won't be doing it because of my injuries, my two torn meniscus and my bad back, so I really had to be careful out here, especially that I don't have any medical insurance yet. I do have VA coverage. Matter of fact, next month I'm going to be going to the VA embassy in Manila and register I'm already been approved for the VA for the foreign medical program. I just got to show up there and complete the application, go through all the process, so I could get my primary care provider. But I'll be putting out a video later on my travels there and put out the information that you guys need if you're a veteran like myself and plan to make the Philippines your home. So be on the lookout for that. Um, so that's pretty much gonna do it with why I moved out here in the Philippines. There could be a lot of other reasons. I just can't think of it on the top of my head. Again, I'm learning. I'm still new, so I should have been, making lists and notes and stuff like that. But I wanna engage organically. I wanna talk from the heart because if I put it down, I'm gonna overthink things, and it's not gonna flow naturally like the way it's doing now. But I just hope you guys got a little bit out of this video, and if you did, drop a like, subscribe, leave your comments down below. If there's anything else you would like to know about the Philippines, anything that I can help you with, feel free to ask me. I'm open for engagements, and I'm open to hear your thoughts and feedback. So wherever you're at around the world, take care and God bless. Love you guys.